Everyone welcome to my first ever draft league. Now, I've been playing Pokemon for most of my life, but I only got into competitive Pokemon like a few years ago. I really enjoy over-analyzing stuff, so I thought that this would be right up my alley. For people wondering what a draft league is, it's where myself and 13 other coaches take turns drafting Pokemon and then we fight each other over the next coming weeks, essentially transforming Pokemon into a sports league. And this is the team I drafted so far. Now, as you can see, the team name is the Annihilapes of Anarchy, taking inspiration from Sons of Anarchy and Annihilape. Genuinely, one of my top 6 favorite Pokemon of all time. Love his design and love his Dragon Ball aesthetic. It's mwah, chef's kiss. Now, this is the team we drafted. As you can see, Megas are in this draft league. We thought it would be way more fun to put Megas, because who doesn't enjoy Megas? And my first pick was Mega Gengar. One of my favorite Megas in my opinion. It just looks so cool. I love the red coming out. I love the purple, my favorite color. And it's just terrifying. Its special attack is monstrous. It's one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. And if you don't have a check for it, it's gonna destroy, it's gonna mow through the entire opposing team. So that's why he was my first pick. Mega Metagross was my second pick. As you can see, you can have multiple Megas in every game. But you can only have one Pokemon that Mega evolves. Duh. Mega Metagross is really bulky, really offensive, and can do so many things. You don't even have to Mega it. It being a pseudo legendary is just so good that even if you don't Mega it, it's still a phenomenal threat. With weakness policy, choice item, just set up. It's just so good, brings so much utility. It's just so good everywhere. Now, next up, it's the big fish himself. It's Basculegion. The reason he was my third pick is pretty obvious, is because he gets Last Respects. That's pretty much it. I really wanted to use Last Respects this league, and I thought it'd be really fun, so I picked Basculegion. Plus, as you can see, he has great synergy with Politoed, Swift Swim, Last Respects, destroys anything. Now, Gouging Fire was my fourth pick. Even though he does seem weird for a rain team, he seems very weird for a rain team. The reason I picked him is very simple. I just wanted to use him. That's it. I really like Gouging Fire's design, and I wanted to use him. That's basically the gist of it. The same can be used for the next Pokemon, which is Ogerpon Wellspring. I think that's the name. A really cute Pokemon. Love its design. Really tanky. Water Absorb is a phenomenal ability. Ivy Cudgel can destroy teams. It can Trailblaze and Swords Dance and basically destroy the entire team. Really offensive, really defensive. Great bring. Next up is also one of the new Pokemon that I really wanted to use, it being Iron Crown. Iron Crown is probably one of the most terrifying mons I have here. I have seen this thing set up once and sweep teams. Tachyon Cutter is just so strong. Plus it's one of our Terra captains, which means it can Terra into Ground, Steel, or Dark, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to fully check that later. Then I think one of the most underrated Megas ever made is Mega Beedrill. This thing gets crapped on so much, even though it's just objectively sick. The big ass spikes, adaptability, insane speed, even outspeeding Mega Gengar. This thing is sheer power and I love it. And I'm gonna show everyone how strong this thing can be. Next up is probably my least favorite member of the team. Sorry, not a big Politoed fan. Sorry. He's just basically there to set up the rain, to help Basculegion out, to help Metagross with his fire problem, and really to bring this rain team together, basically. He's the glue that keeps everything together. Then we got our chubby pineapple boy. Love him so much. He brings so much energy. It's my boy Ludicolo. I love him so much. Everyone hates on Ludicolo, but I love him. I love his pineapple goofy aesthetic. I love Swift Swim. I think his typing is phenomenal. I love his dance he does every time he's in battle. I just love him a lot. Now, people are gonna say, why, Leavanny? You picked Leavanny, really? Yes, I picked Leavanny, and I will not apologize for picking him. Amazing Pokemon, sick design, fire problem is reduced because of the rain, gives us sticky webs, is fast, and is just really, really useful. I don't know what problem people have with the Pokemon. Finally, one of our, probably my not least favorite, but weakest mons on the team is Phalanx. This thing is even with no retreat, so slow. I was shocked it was worth 2 points, and after I researched it a bit, I was like, damn, that makes sense why it's worth 2 points. I don't expect much from Phalanx, but I'll be happy to be surprised. We're gonna be facing a really, really scary Sun team this week, and I want to highlight a couple of the scary mons we're gonna be facing. First off, one of the most terrifying mons in the draft, worth the most points being 25, is Koraidon. That guy is terrifying. He can set up the sun countering Politoed, and then he can scale shot with loaded dice to increase his speed, which is already monstrous to begin with. And then he also gets an attack boost because of Orichalcum Pulse. Like, yeah, that guy really needed an attack boost. Like, he really genuinely needed one. So yeah, that guy can sweep through teams, like, in a second. Speaking of sweeping through teams, he has Fluttermane, who has amazing synergy with Koraidon, being able to set up the sun and give it its photosynthesis boost. Like, that duo is genuinely making me want to crap my pants. It's so scary. Fluttermane can easily move through teams and is easily one of the scariest Pokemon they introduced. Ever. Genuinely ever. And one of his biggest offensive mons and his only Mega is Mega Aerodactyl. Is easily his fastest mon and has insane attack with Tough Claws. Like, that thing is scary. Like, genuinely terrifying. Puts a great pressure on Metagross. Like, makes Ogerpon crap himself because Dual Wing Beat annihilates him and his family. So yeah, that guy's gonna be just terrifying. Just terrifying. On the defensive end, he doesn't have anything too scary. He has Serena, which is a great rapid spin for my sticky webs, so that's gonna be a shame. He has Iron Treads, another phenomenal spinner, and one of the bulkiest Pokemon ever made. Just that Ground and Steel is such a phenomenal typing. I'm so jealous I didn't get to pick him. And speaking of bulky Pokemon, the mother of all bulky Pokemon, Alola Momola, is on that guy's team. That fish with Regenerator is just unkillable sometimes. Like, it will just keep coming back with more and more and more and more health. Like, you have to kill it quickly or it will destroy your team. Now, this is the Pokemon I decided bringing for this week because I thought they would work really well. The first up is Politoed, as you guys can see. I thought that him just countering Koraidon's Sun is really useful. Not only that, but giving Basculegion the speed boost is always nice. I give him the Damprong to, like, prolong the rain, because, like, the longer it's out there, the more beneficial for us. He has Weather Ball for high damage, but thinking back on it now, it absolutely should have been replaced with Scald. That, like, burn chance would have been so huge, like, on a Koraidon switch-in sometimes. He has Whirlpool to trap Pokemon in, with Encore and Perish Song to, like, either force a Pokemon to switch out, or, like, if they get trapped in with Whirlpool, makes, like, it really terrifying. Makes, like, Poliwhirl really pressure the opponent's team. He's invested fully in special defense and HP, making him a special wall, because I thought it's going to be necessary for a couple of his mons. Alola Momola, for example, can't really do anything to Politoed, like, he can barely touch him, and, like, Whirlpool can at least help chip it down, and Perish Song can help, like, force it to swap out, if necessary. Now, next up, pairing phenomenally with Politoed is Basculegion. Basculegion is just very fast with Swift Swim, hits like a truck with Last Respects, and he doesn't have a Ghost Resist or a actual normal type on his team, which means Last Respects is really good into his team. Now, I do want to say something. I am not a professional. I am not Wolfie VGC. Now, these are recorded after the fights, and I realized something really crucial afterwards, is that I invested in Basculegion really wrong. Like, I put 210 in speed, which is not even the amount that should be in there. There should be like 0 speed EVs. The reason I screwed up is because I had a calculator, like my own calculator that I made for speed calculation, but for some reason it just was a bit off. I don't know why. I'm looking into it, so it's not gonna like repeat it, but yeah, it was a bit off. Apparently with a Scarf and Swift Swim, it doesn't need any speed. Now, it doesn't need a Scarf. It does need a Scarf to outspeed +1 Fluttermane. Like, it genuinely needs a Scarf, or it like, won't be able to outspeed even if Swift Swim. But he didn't need any speed AVs, which sucks because all of that could be invested into his HP to make him a bit more tankier. But whatever, he has a classical set with Flip Turn, Wave Crash, Aqua Jets, and Last Respects to like put the cherry on top of the moveset. Now, after that, we have a kind of a sweeper mon. We have 2 sweeper mons this week that hopefully can just like, mow through his team and like give us an easy win. This one is Ogerpon. He doesn't have the best counterplay to Ogerpon. He has Koraidon, but with Play Rough, that quad resistance to water becomes a quad weakness to Play Rough. So yeah, Ogerpon could destroy his team. Trailblaze and max speed is there so that with +1 he outspeeds everything on his team, even if they have Scarfs. Swords Dance is there to like set up and just destroy his team. Nothing takes a +2 IV Cudgel except the Koraidon, which doesn't take a Play Rough at all. That's more or less the reason Ogerpon is there. He's also there for Water Absorb. Being able to like be immune to Alola Momola's Flip Turn or any other water move is huge. Like, he can just go into Alola Momola, set up, and tear the team to shreds. Opposing team, not my team. After that, we got our 1 mega of this week. Now, I could have brought more megas, but I didn't think it was necessary. As you can see, like, even if you bring a mega and you don't use him, he has to hold a Metagrossite, which I found out later, which sucks, because I wouldn't have, like, picked that many megas, but whatever, we might still change teams later on in the season. But anyway, love Mega Metagross anyway, even if he has to hold a Metagrossite, whatever, still so useful. Power Up Punch, Agility is basically there to set up and sweep. He's another potential sweeper like Ogerpon. Like, you can't ignore him, ever. The only Pokemon he has that can, you know, like, mitigate Mega Metagross's damage is the Iron Shreds, but with Power Up Punches stacking my attack each and every time I use it, it's gonna be really, really hard for him to stop Mega Metagross if he gets going. And let's hope he gets going. Then we have Gouging Fire. Now, Gouging Fire was the last addition to this team specifically, because I didn't know if I wanted to bring him, because he's really, really, really weak in the Rain, A, and B to Koraidon, so I didn't know. But I thought, hey, the opponent is bringing Sun, Gouging Fire shines in Sun, so let's do that. Let's bring Gouging Fire, let him shine. He has Flare Blitz, Scale Shot, Flame Charge. Flame Charge and Scale Shot are there to increase my speed. The reason Flame Charge is there is because if he brings in Flutter Mane, I still want to boost up my speed, and Flame Charge just lets me do that. Then you have Flare Blitz for damage, Scale Shot for damage, and Burning Bulwark. The reason Burning Bulwark is there is because I want to use it, and B, it really, really helps against the Koraidon. If the Koraidon wants to hit me with Dragon Claw, Flare Blitz, the spinny move where he goes into a ball and hits me strongly, he will get burned and it'll be really huge. Gouging Fire is max attack invested, so if he can get up speed up, it'd be really, 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 like, unstoppable. He has enough speed and enough special defense investment to outspeed a couple of his mons, and also to tank a hit from Flutter Mane, Specs Flutter Mane. And that's, like, mainly the thing that I invested him for, is to take a Moonblast from Specs Flutter Mane and kill it with Flame Charge. Now, finally, we have our little boy Phalanx. Now, I don't expect much from Phalanx this week, but I want him to shock me. I want him to shock me. The reason I brought Phalanx is because A, he's one of our Terra captains, and not bringing him would have been, like, really weak. Like, showing up without a Terra captain would be really, really, really weak in my opinion. And B is because I think he just looked the best into this matchup, like, over any other Pokemon. So yeah, that's the reason I brought him. He's gonna Terra Steel. His Terra types are Steel, Ghost, and Fighting. Ghost to, you know, switch out of No Retreat. Most people don't know that, but if you Terra Ghost after No Retreat, you can actually switch out. Terra Steel to make him a bit more tankier, to take a couple of hits, and Terra Fighting to do more damage is basically the gist. I don't know even if he'll do anything. Even with No Retreat, being able to, like, boost up all of his stats, he still doesn't outspeed most of his, like, mons. That's why I give him a Salac Berry, because if he can get into that Salac Berry range, get a +1 in everything, +2 in speed, he can actually outspeed a lot of his mons and do a lot of damage with close combat. He also has Knockoff for utility, and finally, it looks a bit weird, but I have Rain Dance on him to manually set up the rain if I need it, right? Like, just in case, like, Koraidon is out and I want to set up rain on him, he might be able to do that. Let's see. And now, let's hop into the fight. Okay. He brought the Espathra. That's interesting. He also brought the Alomomola. Alomomola. Which is interesting. Okay, that is an interesting team. I always start with Politoed. That is just what I do. He starts with Jolteon. Yep, predictable lead. He probably wants to Volt Switch, so I'd probably go Gouging Fire. Let me check again what is Espathra Cantera into Psychic Fairy and Fire. Okay, and you are Ice Fairy Grass. I know you get no coverage moves. Even with Terra Blast, you're at best neutral. What do I do back? That's fine, I can just Skill Shot, that is fine. Yep, you Volt Switch. If you go Alomomola, I switch to Ogerpon, which will be huge. That thing's about to Mega, and that is terrifying, because I don't think I one-shot. I have to damage Calc. Okay, Skill Shot does not kill, and Stone Edge would murder me. Probably wants to Stone Edge. Okay, I have to see if Metagross one-shots. But I think I'd still go Metagross. Unless he EQs now, which would suck. Okay, yeah, that's not fun. I don't take another one. He's not max attack. He did it, what, 58% to me. I two-shot him with Bullet Punch. That's just always my best choice. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take some chip. I don't do much to you, but I always go Ogerpon here, which is huge. If you flip turn, you can't. You just can't. Baton pass. Smart. Aerodactyl comes back and figured, yeah. 350, yeah, you just outspeed and duel with me. Now the question is, do you predict the switch to Metagross? Which would be the smart thing to do? I'm just gonna hope you do. Do I outspeed you at +1? I must. Do 252, I'm jolly. +1. Which means I would outspeed you at max speed. So that is my best bet. To hope that you EQ me dueling beep. Luckily, I just come in this guy now and I flip turn because I just kill. He should switch out. There's no way he lets his Aerodactyl go down. Alomola comes in, figured. Now Alomola counter is dead. There's not much else I can do here. Except this. This is probably my best bet. Okay. Oh, that sucks. I'm just gonna hope he switches now, and I just massively predict the switch and go to Phalanx. Now that Ogerpon is gone, this is basically a good game. And my Metagross, which is my second sweeper, is also way too low. You're a steal, yeah, that's more or less my best bet. Do I outspeed at +1? There's no way. Phalanx is so slow. But I would not outspeed. Not even close. So my best bet is just to go Salak Berry. How much would, cause how low would he get me down is my question. You're a steal. Dual Wing Beat does 30%. At +1 defense, Earthquake would do, would that kill me? Earthquake does 65. Dual Wing Beat does 38. So it might kill me. Shit, that's not a bad idea. I don't think, does close combat one shot without the boost? Because I'm max attack adamant, 250. Am I max attack adamant? I am max attack, yes. The thing, I don't one shot if I'm adamant. Could predict the Terra, but I still take one, even at no defense. And then he gets me Salak Berry. But that's still the best play to do. And hope he just low rolls the shit. +1 defense, I am 65 HP. I can live this. He has to get the highest roll, which means do I click knock off or do I click? I can't knock off. I just click CC. I should eat this. Let's go, Phalanx! Dude, he does nothing usually. I am so happy he did something. I am the biggest Phalanx trash talker. I didn't think he would do anything. Let's go, my man. I also outspeed Fluttermane if he's not speed invested, which is huge. Yeah, I don't one-shot you. There's no way. That thing is so bulky. Yeah. I figured. Do I bring in Metagross? Scald is your attacking move. Okay. I don't one-shot you, as I'm pretty sure. What do you want to do in general? I think this is my best play. I outspeed because I'm Scarf and I flip turn. To basically get the chippies and see how much damage I do. What do I do? I do 8%. I just go Politoed. Damp Rock was knocked off. Whatever, 5 turns of rain is still a lot. Don't do much anymore now. I could Weather Ball you. That should do decent, because I know you're physically bulky. Okay, I do not do much. I two-shot, luckily, so I still do that. Just in case, what if he switches, that is true. If he switches to what do I do then? Like, there's not much else I can do. I could do Whirlpool. Whirlpool makes him switch out. Yeah, just Weather Ball. No, but, okay, if he switches to Koraidon, that would be not good. Yeah, that would be bad. But if he switches to Koraidon, like, what do a Perish Song then? Perish Song. No, fuck it. Yeah, let's go. Perfect call. Read that perfectly. Koraidon. Jolteon. Flame Orb. Are you Quick Feet? Are you Quick Feet, Jolteon? Wait, that's just funny. That's just objectively funny. I go Metagross, let it die off. Actually, Metagross, I mean, Bullet Punch is still really useful. I don't think I can sit up though. Like, I genuinely don't think I can sit up on with him anymore. But also, I know I'll need a safe switch into Politoed eventually. He probably wants to Volt Switch. But also, if I go into this, he can't send his Rainmon in. The issue is I don't take a Moonblast from Fluttermane anymore because I'm taking chips, so yeah, I go let Metagross go down. So I think I'll take a Volt Switch. It's more of a... If he specs, I won't. Actually, no, he's Flame Mode. I think I'll take a Volt Switch, and I can get a Bullet Punch off of whatever. He goes a little Momola, that's fine. I just Psychic Fangs and do as much damage as I can to it. Don't take one, then it's still whatever. I get a... So yeah. Let's see, Volt Switch is out. I figured he would. Now I get Initiative. He gets Initiative on the Volt Switch, but I get to decide what to bring in, which is always huge. I'm not Speed on Gouging Fire, which sucks right now. That'd be really useful. I decided to go attack, but yeah, Speed right now would be huge. Perfect. Even if you're Scarfed, I outspeed. And Last Respect is a base 200 move. Alola Momola comes in, your Regenerator. How much does this do? Great, I kill with another one. Whatever comes in, dies, is basically the situation. You can switch out, let it die. You can stay in, Alola Momola dies. I don't care either way. Either way, something is dying. Worst case scenario, he protects, I Last Respects again. So I'll still outspeed because I am Scarfed. That's why Last Respects is dumb, by the way. He does... It did 54% with only 3 teammates dead. It's so stupid. I'm so happy I get to use it. Ah, it's Path Route. Boo. Imagine he brings in Koraidon. Either Koraidon or Fluttermane. I mean, you think Quick Feet Jolteon would also outspeed. Yeah. I am Scarfed, but again, he just outspeeds me now. Best bet is let Pelipper come in later. Gouging Fire, he Volt Switches. I figured. He could be Specs on Fluttermane, which would suck. Yeah. I guess we'll see in a sec if he is Specs. I could Burning Bulwark. Not the worst idea. I was saving that for the Koraidon, but like, yeah. I don't have lefties, I have loaded dice. I have Burning Bulwark just in case, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be locked in, yeah. I could switch into Politoed, right? Get up the rain again. I don't have an idea. I think Koraidon comes in and just stuns me, so that's why I'm keeping Politoed in the back. But again, if this guy dies to a thing, what's it called? A Moonblast, then what's the point anyway? I think I just let Politoed go down and bring in the rain. Which sucks. I don't even die to it, which is huge. Because now, if he brings in the thing, Koraidon, I just Perish Song it. Whatever he brings in, I Perish Song, right? Koraidon, yes. Bring in the sun. Here comes the sun. Now, as long as he doesn't go for a dragon move, we are good. He'll probably go for a dragon move, I imagine. He might not. I don't think a dragon move kills me from this. I mean, it's Koraidon. No shit, it kills me. There's no way. No, it does not kill me. The issue is now, he is locked in, yes. I don't think this game will last that many turns for it to matter. I think this is still the best play, because I need rain if I want to win this, because there's no other way I win. I just hope he didn't go for a dragon move. If he... yeah, he did. Whatever. The crit may have mattered. Very little, but it may have. I'll bring the rain back out. What do I want to do now? Just let him go down? Probably. If he's smart, if he's dumb, he stays in. And if I take a hit, that'd be huge. Please set up. Please use setup right now. Please set up. That'd be so huge. That'd be huge for the economy. Ah, whatever. I could have switched. I could have switched and won. I don't outspeed anymore. I don't think at +1 I outspeed him. But he might not kill. Shockingly. But he just switches out, so it's fine. All he has to do is basically... he lets Fluttermane go down! Wait, that's huge! Oh no, he has Jolteon with Quick Feet. Never mind. He has Quick Feet, Jolteon in the back. Does not matter. I might outspeed, depending on speed investment. Either way, I don't think he might one-shot me. Depending on the move, right? Scale Shot probably does the job. Sorry, what? Oh, okay, he just... no. Please eat it. Ah. 2-0, man. I'll take a 2-0. I'll take a 2-0 against the Koraidon Fluttermane team. that has been week 1 for your Annihilapes of Anarchy this week. Not the best start, but it's not how you start, it's about how you finish. So I'll see all of you for the second week, and see you next time. Bye!